Cowboys, Kihei here. Alright, I'm going to show you this thing. This is the laser activated shot reporter by Centralutions. Learned a few more tricks since the last video I set up, so I'm going to shoot a different one. Alright, so what I've got is the software is running. It runs off of a webcam, and you use your own targets. You can see there's my targets I got set up. There's my webcam, and I'm just shooting at the back of the curtain in the window of my music / gun room. So those are actually 5 by 8 inch targets, by the way. Just spray painted them up to look like the stuff we shoot at Cowboys wise. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go set up, explain actually some of the stuff that's going on here. So this is the viewing window. You can actually zoom in. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so the targets are better seen. In this section here, you've got a start timer, you've got a sweep button which cleans everything off when you're done, you've got a save button. Up here is your questions. You've got any questions you can ask it. It's got a pretty good tutorial in it. Settings, not sure what that one is, haven't figured it out yet. Over here you've got a light adjustment, because if you make any changes after you've set the camera, you got to readjust the lights. Real easy to do, just click the button, it takes care of everything for you. You've got another button over here which allows you to set some certain targets to do some really cool things. Down at the bottom here you've got a start and stop for the camera. This is your target select button, allows you to select different shapes, and then the sweep for the targets. So let's go ahead and get started on the targets. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select target number 1. And so I highlight target number 1. It's going to give me a number 1 there. Alright, target number 2. And we're going to keep doing this till I get all 5 targets highlighted. You can do up to 9 targets or 7 targets with a backdrop and a start target. So now the number 6 target I'm going to do down here is this circular one at the bottom. Well, I'll do it as a square, doesn't really matter. You can do it as a round circle if you want. You just go down here to this button and you adjust it, come up here and say I want a circle. Now, I want to be able to see my misses, so I'm going to select backdrop, which is right here, and I'm going to highlight a backdrop. So any of my misses will show up as white hits instead of red laser dot hits. Oh, there's a problem with the ambient lights, so I'm going to say no, we're just going to go shoot with it. You can adjust the lights up here, click on this, it readjusts. Still says I have a problem with target B1 in the background. So we're going to ignore that. So target number 6 is a special purpose target. I go over here to this button, I click the number 6 button, and I say I want this to be a clear and continue shooting button. So when I close it now you see it's all red and black checked. So when I shoot this target, that's going to clear everything in this section here, and it's going to restart the timer. Now I'm also going to go down here and I'm going to start this as a random start so I can shoot it and have time to get my, down here, different selections. I can have time to put my pistols back in. Now, let's go look at pistols. The pistol setup, I'm using inertia-driven lasers from Laser Marksman. There's quite a few companies out there that does it. Any type of pistol that when you pull the trigger, let me show you something first. I am using A-zoom snap caps in here. Found out the hard way that you really want snap caps in there. So pull the hammer, pull the trigger, you get a red dot. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to go put these into the holsters, aim this back here, and let's go do a run through. Now something else I've attached to the laptop is this little sound system right here. I picked this up at Walmart for I think $17. It gives your laptop speakers a lot more oomph. Okay, let's give this a try. So I shoot the start stop target and it clears out the old ones, and ready to try it again. And there we go. Alright, so this is telling me my time out of the first holster was a 1.03. from shot 5 to shot 6 was a 140. 33, 32, 28, 34, 33, 26 shots in between. So I can go look and see, let's say I want to see where shot number 2 landed. I highlight that. Green dot shows up right here. That tells me where I shot at. I can look, go down through all of my shots and see which ones are what. It shows you where you're hit on the target. Then when you want to start all over again, you just go ahead and shoot that target again and start again. If you want to save this round, you can then go down to here and you can click on the save button. It'll save that if you want to compare it for later on. So that's basically the system. It's a pretty nice little system. It gives you plenty of practice time, so you can stand there and shoot till your arms want to fall off. Anyway, you guys got any questions? You know how to get a hold of me.